Now this is my entry, or my letter I made for the January banner swap at Your Paper Pantry. It's the Victorian, we were doing either Victorian or Gothic, and this is my Victorian one, and I was given the letter O, and so this is what it turned out to be. I was trying to decide exactly how to do an O, and I ran across a frame. There's a website called craftsuprint.com, and I found a frame. Come here. I found a frame that looked really pretty Victorian to me. It has the lace printed on there. It has ribbon, and I really like the look of it. So I printed this from that website, but then the colors we were supposed to use are pastels and pinks and creams. So I took this into Photoshop. I changed my white lace into kind of a yellowy cream color lace, and then I put a blue, kind of a turquoise oval in the center, making my O. So this was the base then for my the frame of the thing that I'm making. So here's what it turned out to be. So once I had my base, all I really had to do was start filling stuff in. I started out by putting lace, this lace right there around the edges of my O. I cut out another O and sort of made a 3D effect. So you can see it's kind of raised up there, and then on top of the lace and made it even thicker. I put ribbon around the edges, around the bottom. Then it comes up, it has the bow at the top. And then I put in the corners, I did some photo corners just out of paper. I put embossing powder on them to make them shiny, kind of a metallic look. And I used my eye rock to do turquoise little gems, as it were, on there to kind of decorate them. Then on the outside of my O, I have these are ribbon flowers, and I put little pearls in the center of them. And then I put a stick pin in the corner and some feathers in the other corner. I thought the feathers were kind of cool. Then the bottom left corner, I made a little envelope, and I put embossing powder on a little cherub. Sure we can see it shine or not, but put some embossing powder on the wings and on parts of the cherub so that it can really be shiny. It really was kind of cool. So then what happened though? I picked it up, and it was a little, we had to put holes in it for the lacing to go through when you're going to hang it with the other letters, and it was a little side heavy with the things on the left. So I made a little chain, and I have a little heart. If it'll be still, I have a little heart. Is that making me nervous here? And a pearl on some chain, and I hung it with one of Tim Holtz's little clasp on there, so it can just pretty much even out the shakiness of it when it's standing. The last thing I did was I put it on some paper, and these flowers are printed on the paper that it's on. You really can't see the paper too much from here because it's mostly covered up. And then I used gel pens, the glaze pens, to color in the flowers so that it's all shiny in the middle. And I thought that kind of looked like the center of the O. It still looks like a little like a picture frame, but I thought it turned out pretty well. I used Martha Stewart punch to punch the edges of my paper so that I then have more like a lace around the edges. And there it is. And on the back, I covered it with, I covered a piece of chipboard, thick chipboard, with a different kind of paper, the coordinating paper, and I glued it to, or I used ATG gun to attach it to there so it has some stability. So there's my O. I thought it turned out pretty cool. Thanks.